Okay, so this is part 3. And in this, I alluded to how to dismantle oppressive systems when I talked about the Montgomery boycott. And I also talked about how we establish a new system based on a new mental model. Because really, like, all the systems that exist right now, or at least the vast majority of them that have great power, are all steeped in oppression. And I can confidently say that because because let me start that over again. Because we have systems that are built upon the premise that somebody is better than somebody else. So people who are unhoused, we go into an organization. That organization is getting money from the U.S. government. They're being privately funded by other organizations, grants, whatever, private donors. And yet, the people who are behind the desk are the ones who are flourishing. And they're simply moving people who are in front of them, their clients, from one level of poverty to another. When you have a system that's built up and relies upon somebody being underneath somebody else, then it's an oppressive system. There are so many people who have jobs and whose livelihoods depend on people being housing and food insecure. And there are foundations, there are government organizations, and there are private people who confidently and regularly fund these organizations. And they need to fall. And so what does it look like to establish a system, I'll use, that is based on the humanity of all people? It means we first recognize that each person deserves to be held in a state of awe for where they've been, for what they've been through, and for where they are in that moment. That so often we reserve awe for birth and for death, but there's a whole dash in between there, right? Between those two dates. And there's a poem who I think a dear friend of mine, her name is Miss Marie, she gave me this bracelet and the poem that goes with it that's called Live Your Dash. And so if your dash doesn't look at the brilliance and the expertise of every living person, that they are brilliant in the way they are living their own life based on their understanding and education and circumstances, that they are an expertise at whatever they have found themselves privy to, then we have missed the mark and we need to start again. And people who are not in ideal living situations, such as those who are unhoused, such as those that are in food insecure communities, we need to reverse that. And we need to start simply by helping people to become secure. Give them a house, give them food, good food, not just any kind of food. And then we teach. We give them information that will help them not only restart their lives, but attain the life that they've always felt that they deserved for themselves, and then maintain that life that they have wanted and can achieve. And when you do that for people, what's going to happen is they're going to then turn around and they're going to pour back into the pot. They're going to go back and they're going to try to feed the hand that fed them. And if they can't feed the hand that fed them, they'll at least pour into the system that did, so that that system can then help somebody else. They may even become part of that system of humane giving, so that they can be a part of rescuing the next person. And so I'm going to do one more video because this is my endeavor to create this society based on humanity. So please stay tuned as I talk about how you can be 3C with me. Thank you.